Sir, looking very distinguished. Prof, sir, to the high priest. It is your idea, sir. We know. Next on the list that I was given, we have the chairman of the occasion, Professor Sambo. Please, sir, to the high table. Okay, ably represented by. Okay, he went out. Maybe he's trying to connect. Oh, okay. He is ably represented by the Vice Chancellor of Sokoto State University, Professor Bashir Garba, MFR. A round of applause for him. Since he is wearing two caps, even though you cannot see the other one, but at least we know it is there. So, of course, there are other distinguished members that I would like to call. Al Mustafa Dahir Soho and Soho. Is he around? Good, okay. Professor Bala Abdullahi, Director, EDC. Professor Bala from Dangote, University of Science and Technology. Dr. Mamouna Mustafa, is he around? Please come over if you're around. Another one. Are you sure it's working? Okay, connect it first, please. I would like to call on the council members of this very important society, that's Renewable Energy. We start from Professor OJ, is it OE? No, OE. Let me remove my, you see, instead of putting on glasses when you want to read, I normally remove my own. OE Abumere, Prof, please, sir, come over. A round of applause for him. Is he around? Then Professor MDM Kula, please, to the high cushion. Is he around? Prof, please come over. Looking very active today. I saw him going up and down. Thank you, sir. Yeah, when I saw him, I was really impressed with the size. Thank you, sir. Okay, why can you speak? Then we have Prof. I.M. Mujeha. Please, to the high cushion. Okay. Before I finish with the council members, I would like to call the keynote speaker, who is Professor Balo Okechukwu. Please. No, he's coming. Prof. Yes. You can see you can see him. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Next, we would like to call Professor Donald N. Okoli, please, who is the National Secretary. Is yet to come. Beautiful. What about Professor Wilfred I. Okonko, Assistant National Secretary, yet to come? No, beautiful. Please come on. Okay. Professor Tijani SBT, who is the LOC chairman, please, when you finish, you should please be on the high table. Professor Samaila Umaru, please. Thank you, sir. Dr. E.I. Efumure B. Please, sorry for the pronunciation. If he's around, please let him come over to the. Then Mr. Joshua C. Ijeka. These are some of the council members that we have, and they have really tried to bring this this society to what it is today. So please, council members, we want to thank you for doing what you have done and what you are ready to do more. So let's look at the program of events and see what we have. Even though, of course, you have to forgive us the time. The timing is, of course, way out of what has been arranged, but we'll follow it as we move on. Please, I want every one of us to please stand up for the national anthem. Please, you should remember that it is going to be the hell we healthy. So those of you who can, of course, the president led us, so I think I will do that.
Many people here cannot sing it.
No problem.
People like us.
All right, the MC is going to make a confession. Please, I would like to call on Prof to come and lead us through the. Darla would do that. Oh. No, I think I'll prefer Prof. Please, yes.
Okay, has an audio.
Oh, the audio version. Yes, okay, so get ready to follow as you can. So, So let's hear the instrumental. Okay, why not? Is it going to be loud? Is it going to be loud enough? Please. Sorry for the delay. This is a new anthem, so to many of us, even though to some of us who are old enough, I think it's the old one. It's the one that we really learned at school. Okay, we are starting now. After 3, 1, 2, 3, go. Don't rise, oh, we healthy. He is connecting with the other one. Would we? Clap for yourself. Very good. Yeah, thank you so much. I think we have tried, sir. I think we have tried. Yes. I think we sang it better than the members of the National Assembly. So please, a round of applause for us again. Thank you. Thank you. That's very good. Okay, all right. So let's hope that by the time we meet again, we can sing this one better. Yes, okay. Of course, the introduction of the special guest, I don't know whether I should go over it. I think we have introduced ourselves. President, do we just carry on? Because of the time, yeah, thank you so much. The next one is a welcome address by the Vice Chancellor of Aliko Dangote University and the person of Prof. Musa Tukur Yakase. Prof. Sir, please. No, no. No, it's okay.
The National President, Renewable Energy of Nigeria, RAESON. Our special guests and brother, the Vice Chancellor of Sokoto State University, my teacher, Professor Bashir, the Vice Chancellor, Capital City University, Kano, Professor Yusuf Bala Daraja, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics, Aliko Dangote University of Science and Technology, Wudu, Professor Ado Mukhtar Bichi, the DVC admin, Professor, let me in bracket insert engineer, Nuruddin Shir, who is a member of this assembly, distinguished members of the RAESON coming to spend night on my campus, coming far and wide to grace this occasion, and they are seated the high cushion as went by the MC. Other distinguished invited guests, members coming to participate in this very important occasion. Let me use this to welcome you to Kano and to Kano University of Science and Technology, Wudil, renamed Aliko Dangote University of Science and Technology, Wudil. Don't mind the venue we are now. We are being hosted by the Police Academy, Wudil, due to the obvious you foresee. We know that by this Monday, the NLC nationwide strike has been activated, and we felt let's play safe. By all protocol, we felt we should host our guests coming far and wide in order not to fall. Okay. Sorry. The conference we are hosting this university, which is a 12th annual international conference titled Green Energy for Socio-Economic and Environmental Sustainability, is coming time, is apt. And when I came in this venue, meeting the chairman LOC, moving looking forward to the providing energy. I say, why should we wait for energy when we are coming in to champion the evolution of a hybrid system? We're all scientists, and I think the reality on ground provides the need for us to work out an arrangement that can see us moving green. Energy, so important, is becoming one of the critical challenge now, facing the labor, facing the industrialists, and all critical sectors of the economy. And as an economist, if we are to go by the dictates of moving to the earlier, I think we'll have a very long challenge. Just a small case study. In my university, I was paying between 10, well, it ranges between 8 up to 15 million monthly for KEDCO, for energy monthly. With this revised version, I received a bill of 59,900,000, well, 60 million. And we made an attempt to mobilize 20 million naira advance payment. They said, no, it has to be full or disconnection. So imagine a university campus where students in my university are paying 12,500 naira as students' registration fee for a session. I mean, in that 60 million, the average monthly, is simply not sustainable. It's not. So going forward, we initiated at our own level. I'm not an engineer. Thank God I have engineers in the management, but we've initiated this green alternative where we provided solar-powered systems in all the major locations within the university campus, and so that by the end of the day, we can migrate from having to rely on this very costly energy for survival. I'm expecting by the end of this session, you come up with an alternative around how can we survive this very, very difficult challenge as managers of our respective offices, as maybe entrepreneurs, working companies, and also coming from my background as a farmer or, smallholder service provider, how can he survive this? So the green energy for socio-economic and environmental sustainability is very apt, and the environmental sustainability in also requires that, yes, we are looking for alternative, but what alternative are we moving back to coal? That is also producing very high carbon and a lot of pollutions. What alternative energy are we looking forward to going forward? It's on this note, while welcoming all of you to Kano and to this very important conference, I wish on behalf of the management, staff, students, and members of the University Senate, and by extension, the Kano State Government officially declare this conference open. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Thank you for a very warm welcome address from the Vice Chancellor of Aliko Dangote University. Before we go on, I think I would like to call Dr. Aminu Haruna Isa from the ECN Abuja. Please, round of applause for him, please. Bring your hands, please. Over to you. So you can see the effect of the light. Thank you so much. So next we are going to listen to the opening remarks by Professor Chidi Kojo, FAS, President, Renewable and Alternative Energy Society of Nigeria, RAESON. Please, sir. A round of applause for him. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Good.
Before I read my address, I'd like to make a correction. I have seen in the documents here the conference president, Professor A. Sambo, is being referred to as Vice President of Nigerian Academy of Science. That's not correct. He is the president-elect. He is the president-elect. He will take over in January as the president of NAS.
Please, can you stand up so that we can see you, sir?
No, he's not here.
He's not around.
He's being
Okay,
represented by Dr.
okay.
Professor Garba.
I've forgotten the
But I have seen the documents and this thing here. He will take over. The vice president is Professor Konofua of the University of Benin. And Professor Sambo was the able vice president for almost 3 years, during which he discharged that responsibility excellently. And that's why he was elected president. So in the next, by January, he will be an investiture in Abuja, where he will be conferred with the presidential medal. Thank you very much. It gives me pleasure. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this 12th annual and international conference of our great society, the Renewable and Alternative Energy Society of Nigeria, RAESON. We're indeed grateful to the Vice Chancellor of this great university, Professor Musa Tukoya Kasai, for graciously accepting to host this conference. Let me also appreciate our special guests. There are many of them here. You can agree with me that the highest table is star-studded. We have many Vice Chancellors. And we had expected Professor U.G. Dambata, who is a fellow of this society and the major sponsor of this society here. But the wife took ill a few days ago. That's why he couldn't come. And then Professor Sambo, our incoming president, who is ably represented by my friend, Professor Garba, the Vice Chancellor of Sokoto State University. Professor Vale Kechukwu, the keynote speaker, who's former Director of Research at National Universities Commission. He will give us the keynote speech today. And like in Nigeria, we say all protocols observed. We have had all the introductions. So please pardon me if I don't mention their name. I'm also recognizing the Deputy Vice Chancellors here, the professors, the deans, the heads of department, and every one of you. You are all eminent scientists and, of course, members of the intelligentsia in this country. We thank you for being here today. The theme of this conference is Green Energy for Socio-Economic and Environmental Sustainability. This was carefully chosen due to the presence of Kano in Nigeria's industrial ecosystem. Moreover, the most topical issues in Nigeria's energy transition currently is the need for intervention of renewable energy and the protection of the environment. It is essentially the shift of global energy away from the dependence on fossil fuels for energy production and usage to low carbon sources. The ultimate aim is to move to renewables. And I'm sure you will agree with me that there is no shortage of the abundance of renewables in this part of the world. What it remains now is for us to harness them. We refer to that process as decarbonization, and that's a global effort. But it has very many severe local imperatives and consequences. Let me remind us that in 2015, the United Nations member states agreed on Agenda 2030, which has been shifted by some people now to Agenda 2060. And of course, the associated 17 Sustainable Development Goals. This was essentially a call to action to, among other things, end poverty and protect our abode, the Mother Earth. We were asked to join the decarbonization trend destined to reach its destination of net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2030. At COP26 and all the previous COPs, Nigeria has always insisted that we may arrive a little later than the rest. And that decision by Nigeria arises from the dilemma of the fate of our huge natural gas resource, the associated huge infrastructure investment, and the impact on the nation's economy. That's why Nigerian government took that decision. What do you do with our gas resources? If we just follow Europeans sheepishly, then there will be a problem. When the target of 2030 was set, the main focus was then environmental concerns of the emission of greenhouse gases, CO2, methane, nitrous oxide, etc. No one expected the intervention of COVID-19 or the Russian-Ukraine conflict. For me, there is a conundrum. What do we make of the swing sang of the Western world on decarbonization? Of course, once the war set in Ukraine, the scenario started changing. The definitions at best were being adjusted and at worst being changed. For example, now natural gas is being designated as a clean source of energy. And many of the European countries, and including India, are restarting their coal-fired power stations. Of course, Nigeria is following suit because Nigeria has announced bid for coal exploitation in Enugu, and companies are being asked to bid for coal slots. But we also know that about 10 most developed countries are responsible for 50% of greenhouse gas emission. So it's not really us. However, no matter what we think is our contribution to greenhouse gases, we are not immune to the adverse effects of climate change. By current estimates, between 50 and 75% of Bauchi, Borno, Kano, Gombe, Kebbi, Katsina, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara states are affected by desertification. These states account for about 38% of our nation's land mass, with a population of over 27 million people. Possible causes of desertification may include climate variability and anthropogenic activities like deforestation, bush burning, rapid urbanization, and overgrazing. As scientists, we need to study this phenomenon and make recommendations for concrete solutions. Also, the recurring flooding of different parts of the country and its attendant effects on several vulnerable communities should be of concern to us. Several communities in different states of Kogi, Bayelsa, Delta, etc., usually underwater during rainy season.
The delegation from the Energy Commission of Nigeria, the keynote speaker, Professor Valentine Ichuku from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, former Director, Research and Innovation of the National Universities Commission. Other speakers, the lead paper presenters, the principal officers, and other members of the delegation from Sokoto State University, distinguished directors, deans, and all the staff and participants from Aliko Dangote University and from other places. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, good morning to you all. I bring to you greetings and best wishes from Professor Abubakar Sani Sambo, who is supposed to be here as president of this conference. Professor Abubakar Sani Sambo, as we have been informed, is the newly elected president of the Nigeria Academy of Science. And he really wanted to come personally to grace this occasion and to actively participate. But because of other engagements, he has to be away to attend a program which is taking place in Lokoja, precisely in the Federal University, Lokoja. So he felt that for him to be here and also to be in Lokoja by tomorrow, it may not be possible. So he decided that since he had that, I will be coming here to participate in the conference, that I should be also his representative. And I oblige his request, being my boss, because we worked together at the Energy Commission when he was the Director General and I was one of the directors as well. And he happens also to be my lecturer. So gladly I accepted the request and I said I have to drop whatever I'm doing to be in Wudil. More especially that Wudil is second home to me because I have served in the Kano University of Science and Technology, now Aliko Dangote University, for 11 years. As visiting professor from 2005 to 2016. So this is homecoming for me, and there is no way I can decline invitation of coming to Wudil, because Wudil is very dear to me. It's a very important place for me. My history will never be completed without mentioning Kano University of Science and Technology Wudil. I'm happy to be here as representative of the president of the conference president, and also to be here as part of the honoree, those that are going to be awarded the fellowship of this great association. So I'm happy to be in your midst today in order to partake in the conference, as earlier mentioned. So, a special guest of honor, Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to present you some few remarks from Professor Abubakar Sani Sembo, who I am representing. Very good morning to you all. I stand here before this august gathering with a heart full of joy and gratitude to Allah for sparing our lives with robust health to witness this historic event, marking the 12th annual and international hybrid conference jointly organized by Renewable and Alternative Energy Society of Nigeria and Aliko Dangote University of Science and Technology, Budil, Kano State, with the theme, Green Energy for Socio-Economic and Environmental Sustainability. Special guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I feel highly honored to serve as the president of this memorable occasion. Moreover, I must say that I'm highly impressed by the caliber of speakers and participants that have gathered in this prestigious university located in historic city of Udil here in Kano State. Forget about that we have moved away from the university, it's still an extension of Kano University of Science and Technology. So we are here in view of the fact that our academic staff in the university were on strike. We never knew that it would be called off before the time for this opening ceremony, or I would not have moved to this academy. So as scholars, policymakers, and practitioners of international repute gathered here to brainstorm on the role of green energy in socio-economic and environmental sustainability. I want to remind us of the importance of collaboration and cross-fertilization of ideas in addressing some of the complex challenges we are facing, ranging from climate change, energy insecurity, and socio-economic inequality. This conference provides a unique and rare opportunity for us to come together for the sake of sharing our experiences and learn from one another. Indeed, all the previous programs organized by RAESON were found to be timely, educative, and informative. However, this year's conference is exceptionally different from the previous ones. This is evidently seen in the topic of the conference that centered on green energy, which is imperative for the survival of the planet. Green energy is also the key driver of socio-economic development, energy security, and sustainable development. And it is our collective responsibility to harness its potentials. Green, or rather renewable energy, is energy derived from natural resources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. Sunlight and wind energy, for example, are such resources that are constantly being replenished. Green energy resources are plentiful and are all around us. Green energy doesn't pollute the environment. Green energy resources have the potential of supplying 2/3 of the total global energy demand and contribute to the bulk of the greenhouse gases emission reduction that is needed. Those of us that were or are in the Energy Commission or the various renewable energy centers across the country, we can recall when a renewable energy master plan was drawn by the Energy Commission of Nigeria, with the support of the United Nations, sometimes about 2 decades ago. So, according to the Renewable Energy Master Plan, the Nigerian renewable energy resource base is enormous. So what this is trying to say here is that we have abundant resources that we can meet our energy needs from renewable or green energy resources. The country lies within the Sunshine Belt, creating opportunities for everybody, everywhere, wherever you are, to meet your energy needs. Annual average daily solar radiation varies from 3.5 kilowatt-hour per meter square per day to about 7 kilowatt-hour per meter square per day in the northern region. An annual average sunshine hour varies from 4 to 9 hours per day, while the 10-meter height annual average wind speed varies from 2 to 4 meters per second. And all with the same increasing trend from the south to the north, and there are several river basins in our country, and all of which have small-scale hydropower potentials, estimated to be about 734, to produce about 734 megawatts of electricity. The major rivers have large-scale hydropower potentials of about 10,000 megawatts. And the potential for biomass resources in the country is equally huge. Nigeria's population is increasing rapidly, and the energy demand of the country will also be on the increase. Because if you look at our consumption per capita, it's very low and it's decreasing, because the per capita is what an individual will get if we divide our power generation by our population. When our population was about 180 million, our energy per capita was about 150 watts. If an individual is to be allocated 150 watts, you hardly can power even, especially the energy incandescent bulb, more than 2 bulbs, more than 1. But what it is at the moment is far below 60 watts. So that's the situation we are now. That is why the power hardly be available, even to those who can access it. The rapid growing demand for energy will create opportunities for renewable energy. Conventional energy resources will not meet the challenges of an increasing population at affordable cost and in flexible manner. Expanding economic opportunities to rural areas will particularly demand an aggressive deployment of renewable energy offshore. Increasing demand for rural water supply, lighting, health services, and the need of micro-enterprise are already driving the market for photovoltaic electricity. And this trend will continue to drive small hydro and wind power plants, while dwindling fuel wood reserve will drive improved utilization of biomass and demand for alternatives to fuel wood. So like I said, in 2005, with the support of UNDP, the Energy Commission produced the Renewable Energy
Department of Electronic Engineering, National Inshu University, Nagano City, Japan, on Japan Government Ministry of Education Scholarship. Professor Ejogu obtained his PhD in Power Devices and Energy System in March 1994. He has held various positions in the Japanese academia and industrial sector from April 1994 till present, including Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Please, you can join me if you have a program. The page is on page 3. Rishumeikan University, Kusasu City, Japan. That was between September 1997 and September 2001. He was Chief Research and Product Development Engineer, ET Co Limited. That was between October 2001 and December 2005. Director of Technology, Energy and Environmental, Osaka, Japan, 2005 to 2008. Research Professor, Mira Denchi, Macro Silicon Incorporation Laboratory, High-Tech Research Center, Rishubeikan University, Japan, 2007 to 2013. And Executive Director, Industrial Technology and Innovation, Nigeria Chambers of Commerce and Industry in Japan, Tokyo. Paragraph 3. In June 2011, he was appointed a professor at the Department of Electrical Engineering, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Professor Ejiogu has since served the university in various positions, such as the Head of Department, Electrical Engineering. That was between August 2013 to July 2016. He's Executive Chairman, the Board of the University of Nigeria Water Resources Management Services Limited. That was between 2017 2018. Was a board member, University of Nigeria Lion Science Park. That is between 2018 up to the present date. Chairman, Electrical Subcommittee of the University Municipal Services Committee, 2018 present. Engineer Professor Ejiogu is the Executive Advisor to the Vice Chancellor on Special Projects 2018 to the present date. He is the Principal Investigator of the Laboratory of Innovative Electronics, Power Devices and New Energy System, acronym LI-LIPSNET, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, as between the year 2011 to the present date. Engineer Professor Ejiogu was also a visiting professor at the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Science, University of Johannesburg, South Africa. That was between 2022 2023. In continuation, 2018, Professor Ejiogu led a multidisciplinary group of academic and non-academic staff of the University of Nigeria to write a proposal that merited the award of a World Bank Center of Excellence. This research grant is worth $6 million US. Please a round of applause at this point. And is the highest of such awards in the history of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. The center is named the African Center of Excellence for Sustainable Power and Energy Development. And Engineer Professor Ejiogu is the pioneer, director, and center leader of the center. In July 30, 2022, Engineer Professor Ejiogu was elected the Dean of Faculty of Engineering, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, for a 2-year tenure to serve from August 2022 to July 2024. Last paragraph now. Engineer Professor Ejiogu has numerous publications in reputable international journals and conferences, and has trained numerous masters and PhD students, both in Japan and in Nigeria. He also has local and international patents in new energy devices and systems. His area of expertise and research include industrial and innovative electronics, power devices, and new energy system. Dear Assembly, I present to you Professor Engineer Binike Chinedozie Ejiogo for the award of fellowship for investiture into the fellowship of this great society. Thank you very much.
So much.
This fellowship award Yogi, the Executive Council of the Renewable and Renewable Society of Nigeria hereby confers on you fellowship of the society, FRA, for your contribution, outstanding contributions to the advancement of renewable and alternative energy. Giving this third day
Thank you so much, President and the Secretary. I would like to call on Professor Bashiru Garba, MFR, Vice Chancellor of Sokoto State University. Please, sir, please stand up so that the citation will be read by Professor Kula.
Permit me to stand on the existing protocol to read the summary of the profile of my boss, who is presently the able Vice Chancellor of Sokoto State University, in person of Professor Bashir Garwa. The young man standing before you was born a few years ago, precisely 1966, in Sokoto Metropolis. And he began his academic career in Sokoto, and he rose to the rank of graduating from the University of Sokoto, then now Usman Danfodio University in 1988. Then served at Benue State and also came back to pursue his academics. And he finally graduated with his MSc in 1994 from the University of Jos, and also his PhD in 1998 from Usman Danfodio University. Perhaps he would have just stopped there because he has a PhD, but he enrolled himself in other challenges and other academic programs, like obtaining a postgraduate diploma in management in May 2000, and a postgraduate diploma in education in the year 2003, an advanced certificate in desktop publishing in April 2008. Professor Garba also began his working career as a graduate assistant at the University of Sokoto, and then rose to the rank of a professor, precisely in the same university by the year 2008. Please, a round of, that's the way it's supposed to be. Abi, are you not happy for my boss? That's very good. And then, at a very young age, at the age of 35, who is wishing to get that blessing? You can make it at the age of 35. And so you can imagine how he asked, and then he deserved this award. My boss, He has not only held that one, but he also has held so many academic responsibility within and outside the university. For instance, he was appointed the director, Sokoto Energy Research Center, 1999 to 2005, Director Energy Training, Management, Power, and Development of Energy Commission in Nigeria 2006 to 2010, Rector, CEO of Polytechnic of Sokoto State 2022, and then Secretary to the Sokoto State Government, SSG. A round of applause for him, SSG. Then Commissioner, and then a member of Sokoto State Executive Council in charge of Ministry for Higher Education 2019 to 2022, where he voluntarily retired because he wanted to seek back to academic for the position of the Vice Chancellor, and which he successfully gained that because of his award, and he deserved it. A round of applause for him. But he also held other positions in other places. Of course, he was a member and leader of delegation on bilateral and multilateral cooperation meeting, and through this means, he was able to visit 40 different countries. So that's a flight to, and so you can see that. Example, UK, USA, France, Italy, Germany, Poland, Ukraine, to mention a few. Prof was also a consultant to UNDP, UNIDO, TED Fund, and many other organizations. And he has over 100 publications and has supervised so many students, both undergraduate, MSc level, and PhD level. A round of applause for my order. And then, is that only no? No, he is also a member of many professional bodies. For example, he is a fellow with Chemical Society of Nigeria, fellow Institute of Chartered Chemists of Nigeria, fellow Solar Energy, anything just fellow, and then appreciate from my order, and then that is how it is. Is it this one the first award? The answer is no. He is also a recipient for many awards and certificates of merit from members and organizations, some of which perhaps permit me to mention National Honors Award of Member of the Order of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, MFR. I jumped it earlier because I want to mention it here, and then conferred to him by the then former President, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, in November 2021. And then his profile was also published in other magazines and others. And then he has also received some of the awards like International Man of the Year 2000 by the International Bibliography Center, Cambridge, United Kingdom. He is also a recipient of the meritorious Diamond Award for National Development by Corporate and Media Affairs Communication in 2005, and he was also honored with the traditional title of Tafidan. Good. Tafidan. Minanata. Minanata. That is within Sokoto Metropolis in July 2010. And today, this university that we are, he was a visiting lecturer here for good 11 years. So he's also a staff of this metro group from the year 2005 to 2016 here. Prof is happily married, and the marriage is blessed with children. Today he is being honored as a fellow of this great body of reason. Please stand in a standing ovation to appreciate my master. Thank you very much.
Executive Council of the Renewable and Energy Society of Nigeria confers on you leadership of the society, standing contribution to the advancement of energy. Today,
Engineer Dr. Ku Francis Okafor. So I will go through his profile for us to hear. Dr. Izochukwu Francis Okafor is a current Acting Director of the National Center for Energy Research and Development of University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and the head of National Stopper Eligibility Laboratory Unit of the center. He obtained his B.Eng and M.Eng in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka in 2001 and 2007, with emphasis on energy and power technology, and his PhD at University of Pretoria, South Africa in 2017 in the Department of Mechanical and Aeronautical Engineering. He conducted his PhD research work in the Clean Energy Research Group funded by Advanced Energy Center of Excellence, University of Pretoria, NRF, PESP, NACA, and Solar Hub, EEDSM Hub, and CSIR. His research and development expertise are: 1. Renewable energy research, solar thermal system, design and development of solar devices, concentrated solar thermal system, solar water and heating system, numerical modeling and simulation of solar thermal systems, CFD and ANSYS effluent, etc. Second, energy management and environment, industrial energy audit, energy efficiency program, road transport and domestic sector energy modeling, etc. In 2008, Dr. Okafor was appointed a research fellow in the NCERD, UNN, and rose to the rank of Deputy Director Research in 2020. He was the head Energy Management and Environmental Unit Center and team member of the implementation of ECN ECOWAS Cuba government. Energy Efficiency and Lighting Projects, he was a member there in UNN 2010 and 2012. He was a principal investigator in the design and development of biomass energy efficiency cookstoves, biomass cooler reheating machine, biomass solid fuel optimization and production of clean biomass briquette fuel funded by NCERD UNN. He chaired Technical Committee on Verification and Validation for the implementation of biomass clean cookstove standard in Nigeria in 2017. Under the UNDP GEF Sustainable Fuel Management Project in Nigeria, he is the team leader on the participatory technology development of affordable and energy efficient stoves. He has conducted several capacity building training and empowerment on energy efficient biomass, cookstoves design, fabrication, characterization, and performance evaluation. 2018, he has a parallel appointment as a senior research fellow in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, UNN, and also a resource person in the World Bank Africa Center of Excellence for Sustainable Power Energy Development in UNN, where he lectures on energy for sustainable power and energy combustion and storage processes. He supervised V-Eng, M-Eng degree projects and has more than 58 research publications in fair review journals and conference proceedings. He has participated in conferences and workshops, Heat Transfer Conference, HTC in Tokyo, Japan 2014, and he has presented his research articles as both local and international conferences. He was Secretary General, Solar Energy Society of Nigeria, and a member of the World Energy Council, Nigerian National Committee, corporate member of the Society of Engineers, ESME, and the Korean Register. Here is Engineer Dr. Izochukwu Francis for the presentation of the Meritorious Award. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Dr. Deputy Council of the Renewable Entertainment hereby confers on you the fellowship of the Society, standing contribution, advancement of renewable energy, 3rd day of June. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm going to read the citation of someone whose name is a household name. Anywhere you go, you will see a filling station named AA Rano. Now, for those of you who do not know the meaning of the AA, is Alhaji Awalu Abdullahi Rano. Alhaji Abdullahi Rano, popularly known as AA Rano, is an extract of Rano local government of Kano State, Nigeria. He is the founder, chairman, CEO of AA Rano Nigeria Limited, an upright businessman with a vision of creating a strong and enduring cooperation group. He started his business career about 4 decades ago at a very early age as a trader dealing on essential commodities in Kano. In pursuance of business vision, Alhaji Awalu managed to diversify into the oil and gas as well as transport businesses in 1994, achieving fast growth in marketing and distribution of petroleum products such as petroleum motor spirit, that's PMS, automated gas oil, AGO, dual purposes kerosene, and liquefied petroleum gas, LPG. A round of applause for this man. He has done well. Thank you. Apart from the existing 55 million liter capacity tank farm in Lagos and gigantic LPG depot also in Lagos, the business today has within its fold more than 150 petrol outlets, 70 LPG retail stations and plants spread across Nigeria, and about 1,500 heavy-duty trucks distributing products across Nigeria. The unprecedented growth witnessed by the company in a few years made it possible for him to diversify into construction, farming, and shipping line business. At the last count, AA Rano has over 12 companies in his conglomerate, and is currently working on establishing a medulla refinery. Alhaji Awalu Abdullahi Rano is a philanthropist par excellence. I think I am a witness to that. It provides direct employment to more than 10,000 people and indirect employment to millions of Nigerians. He sponsors not less than 2,000 students into primary and secondary education annually, and about 1,500 students who are studying in both the public and private universities, colleges, and polytechnics in Nigeria. He also many beneficiaries of AA Renault's sponsorship can be traced into various universities in African countries like Sudan, Egypt, Uganda, Benin, and Niger Republic, mentioned by a few. Apart from its scholarship foundation to the less privileged, AA Renault has constructed many Islamic and conventional community schools, provision of millions of naira worth of teaching and learning materials in schools, and medical facilities in hospitals. It has also sponsored the treatment of sick people in Nigeria and abroad, especially those with terminal sickness like heart-related diseases, cancer, kidney, and complications, among others. In recognition of his philanthropic gesture, many governmental bodies at the federal and state level, civil societies, high institutions of learning, media houses, professional bodies, and hospitals have honored him with different merit awards and honorary degrees. Some of them include honorary doctorate degree in business administration from Janus University in the US in 2017, Downstream Man of the Year Award by Oil Trading and Logistics, OTL Africa, and of course, a cherished honorary fellow of the Nigerian of the Society for Renewable Energy today. Alhaji Awolu Abdullahi Rano is happily married and the marriage is blessed with 10 children. Sir President, sir, may I call upon you to please award this meritorious person in recognition of his abilities to accomplish so many tasks within very short time.
Fellowship of the Society, funding contributions, February alternative of day of June.